Feels like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Here we go, set. Hey, close steal. 22 needle. Needle blue.
Lance going to put it up right away. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job to get their opponents on the ground.
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. And so close. Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. So Mike Tomlin correct in his assessment to throw the flag there. Mevis knocks this one through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, the first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Off of play action, here's Lance. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tanner Muse just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's the gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready?
Working from the gun, Lance. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, this from 46. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away. On 1st down, Lance. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Blue striker.
Lance going to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the 1st half. Now maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. The goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Flag blue.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
52 blaster.
From the gun, it's Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. There are 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Number 11. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Second and 8 coming up. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Okay, right?
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they'll throw with Lance. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you nowhere to go? Here, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Now for the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Pat the street! Pat the street!
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Lance now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw caught by Gray. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful. And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work down inside the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hot 70, hot 70. Check it.
Now back to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. And it's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a play fake. Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Lance throwing out wide for Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Lance looks to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Lance going to try to throw for this. That's caught. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Sticking with Walker on second down. Oh, good move. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back to throw now on first down. Finding Walker complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from this. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll set up to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Out now, Andrew Mevis for the field goal. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Right.
And Lance will try again on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job here protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up a throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are right back in this football game. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Black Ultra. Yellow.
In his own end zone, it's Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, 98 yards. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. This time the extra point up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Niners are going offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Off of play action, here's Lance. Out to his left. Gets this one to use check. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Let's go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Ready.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Hey, check nigga. Hey.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Third down, here's McCaffrey. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by James Bradbury. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. But they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of